We are the ministry of the real truth. We have all heard these stories about those religious persons in the highest position in churches, the hierarchy, etc. We've seen the stories on the news, read them in the newspaper, and so forth, about these different pastors, reverends, bishops, priests, etc., loved by their local community or communities because they do endless charitable acts, bring in lots of money through their works for the needy, orphans, etc. But often behind the scenes, perhaps years later, a person reveals what that kindly, money-generating old priest was really like, or church pastor, reverend, etc. By then, they've totally ruined one's life or numerous people's lives, etc. Often the church that they're part of, fearing severe backlash over the revealed scandal or a scandal, quickly try to cover it up and make numerous excuses as to why that person did all, even denying he or she ever could have done it. Yeah, there's no way that they could have done it. It's impossible. You're such a lovely man, you're so godly, etc. And they often fly a person or move him to another area, to a smaller community where no one knows his secret, and eventually he repeats that offensive act again. So the church moves him yet again, and the cycle continues until his death. Often until his death. Because this guy has done so much charitable work, this person's done so much charitable work, generated all this money, helped all these orphans, etc., opened doors for the powers, the elites, kings, queens, royalty, bishops, etc. So they're covering up for him by saying, oh, he was a great man, he was a man of God, and all this. No way could have done that. So we're asking, why does the abuse, the sexual, the physical, the mental, etc. happen in these churches, these denominations, these monasteries, or that sort of thing, right? Do certain people enter the priesthood, etc., with the full intent? It's a hidden intent, right? They've got a hidden motive, hidden agenda to attract and then commit heinous sexual crimes, etc., because they're really secretly pedos, masochists, etc. Or they never really repented. You know, they said, oh, I brought myself to Christ and I repent, I confess my sins, all that sort of stuff. I get baptised, you know, but it's all an act. They learn all the scriptures, they know it better than everyone else, right? So you can't put one over them. They know that there's people out there who need spiritual help, etc. So they learn it all, then they can tell them, right? And at some point, they start grooming these people, and then they start to get crazy, you know, and start being sexually abusive, touching them, all that sort of stuff. They never really repented. They weren't truly repentant. Got baptised, but came out all wet, went back into the world, never died to the old nature, etc. Right. And groomed people they saw as vulnerable, gullible, etc. to satisfy their lusts. So again, we're asking, how the hell does this happen, right? Possibly because their real intent was evil, right? But the sheep, wolves dressed as sheep in sheep's clothing, right? They were actors, role players, fakes. Or did they join these churches, right, to become a bishop, a monk, etc., fully submitting themselves to God, as the scriptures go, etc., etc. But like all of us, fell away to temptation by a devil or demons. There are many possible answers, and many people may have them. We have watched the doco Expose the Church Darkest Secret, episode 1 and 2. So again, we're pondering, because there's other people from other nations, races, etc., that have done similar heinous crimes, right? Okay. You have this Weinstein man. You know, this guy here, he's done a few. He's been involved with one, Rawa Toby Singer. We did a film video on that and brought you the information on that, but he probably won't admit to it. A lady accused him of being on meds, an expert in NLP, moods up and down, sleeping all day sort of thing, and then staring at her daughter, 15-year-old daughter, for a few hours from 2 a.m. in the morning in her flat when he stayed with her, so she booted him out. When he was doing his Tanak talk show in Indonesia, maybe that's the reason why he took off and went back to Israel. You have this priest here, might have been up to something. Yeah. Jehovah's Witnesses, Dangerous World of Jehovah's Witnesses, and so forth. Catholic Church tries to hide bodies of 800 children. Mormon Church in Canada, where did the money go? And so forth. There's so much here. And you got infamous Jimmy Savile, yeah, who exposed them. We've watched the video documentary of Louis Theroux, who actually asked him, he says, if you're guilty of what you do, something along those lines, or you've done, did you really do it? And he's like, evasive. Right? He's like, well, I had power, you know, all this sort of stuff. So yeah, he's not admitting to it, but he's, you know, boasting, well, yeah, I had power, prestige, all that sort of stuff. Right? That guy opened doors. Was Michael Jackson like that? Or was it just like we found a supposed video where a guy was trying to fleece him, trying to destroy him, right? By false accusation. And there's plenty more about these kind of people, right? So you're going to have a look at this video documentary for a little while.
Gloucester Police Station, the date is the 14th of December 1992. This is an interview under caution with Bishop Peter Ball. Do you remember the first time you met with Neil Todd?
No comment.
Do you remember how old Neil was?
No comment.
Neil has told me that you said to become a monk, he needed to pray with you naked and take cold showers.
You wouldn't understand. It was so evil. I remember curling up in a ball under my duvet, just wishing and praying that I could die.
I felt under constant threat of having to agree to these things that I didn't want to agree to.
I thought it was only me. And I know that sounds crazy now. And I remember distinctly thinking, I've really got to do something about this.
The people at the top are really powerful people. The Peter Ball case is the tip of an iceberg.
As far as the records held by the church, I thought I had seen everything. And how naive was that?
I hadn't appreciated the level of deception. And then I thought, you bastard, you know, how can you be so devious?
It shows how rotten and corrupt and even evil the pervading culture and leadership of the Church of England is.
So that's exposed the church's darkest secret, episode 1, and then we'll watch episode 2. Yes, like they said, these things happened to different people. In a so-called monastery or religious centre that this bishop, Peter Bull, came and head off, and he was grooming young men, school students, all that sort of stuff, and then having his wicked way with them, putting him through all this. Well, he should do this because God requires it, all this sort of fluff, right? And being so young and vulnerable, they didn't feel right about it, but he just groomed them, right? It's really sick. Okay, so we've been pondering for a while, like, could it be genetic in your DNA? You know, if you're destined to be a murderer, is it in your blood, is it in your DNA, or a thief or something like that, you know, whatever, you know. But we're not geneticists, etc, etc. But there's always that possibility, right, that's passed down. Maybe someone did it dozens of centuries ago. They had children and it passed on to them. It was in their blood, their DNA, whatever. Some had the ability to control it, whatever, you know. Not go there. They had more brains than others, right? They had control all that sort of stuff, but some didn't. So eventually it comes out of them because they tempted all the time, and they finally break, and then they think, oh well. They realise, okay, I can learn all this, I can pretend, I can get in there, and then I can work on victims, right, all that sort of stuff. And maybe they pass, but they had children, right, something like that, a wife and children, whatever, and maybe their sickness passed on somebody else through their DNA, through their genetics, blood, whatever, right? We're just assuming this, right? Or maybe those children weren't affected by it, you know, because again they had that control, but those who were weaker kept getting tempted, like the devil was sending that particular person their way all the time over the years, you know, and they couldn't control it. They eventually snapped and they started all this sort of crap, right? Like some serial killers came from a really good family background, so what was the reason why they did it, you know? Sometimes we don't know. Yeah, obviously it's like these people groom these vulnerable people, these gullible people at that young age, because, you know, like young children are gullible, vulnerable to these kind of predators, right? It's a problem with the Roman Catholic Church for centuries apparently, but we did find some information of video, etc., of records of the JWs, and it turns out that they're proven to be worse, yeah, than these Roman Catholic priests, etc. like that. So we're trying to figure out a way, or why, you know, the reason why, because as you know, Harvey Weinstein, movie producer, he had it all, right? He messed up, started playing around, being dirty to a young woman, all these other celebrities, all that sort of stuff. What's the other guy? Epstein, Woody Allen, yeah, he's when he was there, probably killed all his children, hidden their bodies, all that sort of stuff. Jimmy Savile, you know, people like that. So that's why we're asking, was it in their genes, in their genetics, in their DNA? Okay? Was it, or did it happen to them? Okay? So we're trying to look at, yeah, this Epstein there, Jeffrey Epstein, sex trafficking and all that sort of stuff. Yeah? It's like there's a brotherhood out there, like a gentleman's club, you know. That's all they do. They do all these weird satanic ritual, sicko stuff, and so forth. Right? And they're so powerful that they can get away with it. They've got the connections, yeah. Because someone at the very, very top sees, oh, okay, they're doing charitable acts, works, etc. Great, opening doors for our tastes. They're also making lots and lots of money, so we'll keep it flowing. They'll keep our little group going, all that sort of stuff, right? Whatever's behind that. Yeah. So when a scandal breaks, like, okay, say this priest here has been accused, he's been caught, exposed, all that sort of stuff, by one of his parishioners or interns or whatever. Dave will protect him, right? Because no, this guy can't do that because he's like pally with King Charles. He spent time with King Charles. How do we know that King Charles, being the top dog, isn't doing the same thing? We're not saying he is. Okay, it's just a possibility. Right? We're just obviously making assumptions, but like the assumptions could be real. It's an organisation that's all happening through. Yeah. And then they've got the powerfuls sitting out the hierarchy. They'll say, well, we don't need this scandal and all this sort of stuff. Oh, no, let's cover it up. Let's say, no, he didn't do it. He couldn't do it. It's impossible, all that sort of stuff, right? Because of his good record. Yeah? Same as Jerry Savile, etc., etc. He was bringing in the money, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, they feel well that behind the scenes, they were supplying these young children, etc., to these pedos, these molesters, these perverts, right? Yeah, they've probably been doing it for centuries, as well as inquisitions, all that sort of stuff. It's been going on for centuries and centuries, and everyone was powerless to stop it because these are the elites. These are the elites, right? They've got the power, they've got the money. Anyone that spoke out may have quickly and quietly disappeared, right? All been paid off, silenced. So yeah, we'll keep this short because we don't want to offend anybody, but we're just bringing it to everyone's attention. Thousands of others have, but we're bringing it to your attention so you're aware of it. Young people out there, don't fall for these grooming tricks. Okay, really, really ponder it, think about it, examine it. Keep an eye on these priests, etc., etc., that are saying all these things, touching you inappropriately, whispering in your ear, all that sort of stuff that doesn't feel right. We're trying to make you aware. Yeah. Come out of them. Those kind of denominations, those churches, they're sick. Okay. They're wolves in sheep's clothing, and they're really, really sick. Yeah. Yeah, this kind of crap needs to stop. So we're putting it out there. We, the Ministry of the Real Truth, we're bringing it to you. Being real about it. We're not pulling any strings or trying to pull the wool over your eyes. But yeah, those out there know what they're doing behind the scenes. They need to be made responsible, stripped of their power, exposed and dealt with, obviously within the law, because they're ruining lives, young lives, and so forth. Okay, so we are the Ministry of the Real Truth, and we hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's very eye-opening, etc. This evil, this crap needs to stop today. People should move against it, right? Okay. Apparently the Roman Catholic Church having a lot of problems with that sort of thing, priests and monks and all that sort of stuff. They're looking to change things. They want to, they're really sorry and they want to change things, so give them that chance, give them that benefit of the doubt. But if they keep doing it for the next 20, 30 years, their priests, whoever, their monks, whoever inside it, well, get out of it, Don't be part of it, Really study your Bible, so you'll be aware of the signs. Don't be pressured into conforming, you better come to the church or it's going to burn in hell, with that sort of stuff, right? Study it all for yourself, do your own research, determine if they're telling you the truth or they're selling you a load of rubbish, before you leap at it like a bull at a gate. Okay, so we are the Ministry of the Real Truth. If you enjoyed it, sign up to our channel, subscribe to our channel, give us a like, add your comments below, tell us how you feel, what you think. We'll be interested in all of that, and maybe what should be done. But be mature, be nice about it, be mature, and then go tell all your family, friends, neighbours, etc. about this particular video. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We hope that you found it interesting.